Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Jonathan Pearlman, chiropractor. That's right, Dr. Pearlman, chiropractor. Dr. Pearlman TV, all one word. It is on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, except of course the Dr. Pearlman podcast is just that, the Dr. Pearlman podcast. Check us out. So one of the things I want to do today is point out a few issues that have been going on that have been bothering me a little bit about people's physical well-being, people's mental well-being, the correlation between that how should we say, emotional stress manifests itself physically in our bodies, and we almost have to be able to take ownership of it. And briefly, what I mean by that is this. If somebody gets you angry and you maybe feel that dagger in the back of the right side of the shoulder, or the left or right side of your rib cage starts to feel pain. If you are at work working extra hours and you realize you have one more thing to do, then you got to drive home. Maybe you're stuck in traffic, you get out of the car, your back feels tight. You have to begin to take ownership that it's not like that you slept wrong, that you have this problem. It's not that you yesterday maybe you were carrying some groceries in the house that sort of, created this problem and now you have to fix it. It's that you have a long-term underlying issue that has created physical manifestation, if you will, scars and scar tissue, to an injury that you've had for a long time. Maybe you don't remember how significant the injury was, but whether it was you playing soccer and having a fall, whether it was you playing football and have a head-on collision, whether you fell off of a bike, whether you were in a car accident, it's very common. Some people even fell off a horse or got stepped on by their horse when they were out there doing the equestrian type of riding or competitions. There are so many ways that we would have gotten hurt, in particular during our childhood. I just watched a documentary the other day. Sly Stallone, when he was born, had the right side of his face that was paralyzed. It's why he talks the way he does. So what you got to understand is these things, they get triggered when we are stressed. Stress is stress invites a pro-inflammatory environment, is what I should say. We are inflamed by nature when we're in our fight or flight responses, and that constant state of stress, our adrenals are fatigued, our fear factor goes up, we are ready to go, we cannot relax, and things start to get tight, they start to get triggered, and these injuries show up. Now what's funny is, it's a two-way street, right? If we're that worked up, typically adrenaline will actually suppress the pain response. But think of like, when you first get this fright, it's not like immediately it takes over your body, much like in an accident. You feel pain later that night, you feel pain the next day. And that is often a lot of what happens with these delayed, sometimes chronic and or always flaring up stress and or pain responses. And again, to conclude, what I'm trying to say is we have to understand and take ownership that this is a chronic issue that needs to be addressed with consistent maintenance. And what I mean by maintenance, because for those of you watching this, you might think, well, of course, you got to go to the chiropractor all the time and get adjusted and checked. No. Micro habits. Every day creating a micro habit of healthy choices that we know are good for us. Breathing, mindfulness, making sure we get good rest, eating a diet that agrees with our stomach, that we're not spending half the morning in the bathroom, but that we're actually being productive because we are not dog shit tired, because our blood sugar spiked and now we feel a little nauseous and hungry. I'm talking about doing the things that we know are healthy that become a routine. And that routine, a healthy routine, is the definition of health. It's the definition of feeling good about yourself. It's the definition of then being more productive. It's feeling more accomplished. It's having a better, not just feeling of self-worth, but also it will translate into being in less pain and being just more functional. And that is the goal in our life, guys. I mean, seriously, when you hear you only live once, please stop thinking about eating cake and having like your favorite donut and like you only live once. Start thinking about, or should I say like even worse, right? Doing drugs and drinking lots of alcohol at the party because you only live once. Think of you only live once, and you better be feeling good enough to have real, worthwhile experiences, and what it is to be able to take care of your body and take care of your mind and take care of your spirit, seriously, to feel the best you can, as often as you can, to be productive as you can, and that is the message. That is the goal. All right, weigh in, tell me what you think, comment below, let me know. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? All right, guys, have a good day.